another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level.
Welcome back to the Next Level Living podcast.
Yo.
It's your favorite podcast, podcast.
Come on.
I mean, listen, #1 rated podcast amongst anybody who like podcasts.
Facts.
It's that type of podcast. And we back, y'all. I'm Mike Moss, Mouse Talks, whatever you want to call me. I'm back. And
Big
I got
Mikey.
my gang with me.
Yeah.
You can hear them.
Yeah.
You want to see them?
Aye.
There they go. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Jay, you all right?
Man,
My God, bro.
I feel great.
Y'all
man.
see how happy they are to see y'all, man?
Yeah.
Man, we back with another episode, man. We are excited to be here, man. 7 days just be feeling too long. So don't get it twisted, y'all. We are excited to go ahead and get into this, man.
Let's get it.
How was y'all weekend?
Ooh, it was one for the books.
Yeah,
For
it was.
sure.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
But before we get into that, let's shout out the Speakers Academy.
Yeah.
So
Results
I
alert.
heard, drum roll, why Drake have
man.
75.
Hey, I was about to do the drum roll, but I forgot how dope our editing was. I was just like,
Oh.
they got it in the background.
If y'all don't know, go back to the episode. I don't even know when that was, but
Yo.
we did some things.
Shout out to Y Drake Nelson. That's my brother, man. Cancer survivor. Y'all remember how he tore the conference
Man,
up
what?
2 years ago? He's out in Phoenix, Arizona, educator. Here's my question though: 7,500 or 75,000?
What you think? What you think?
I-
Okay,
I-
75.
look, don't
you
get
want
it
me to tell
twisted.
you, or you want to just
No.
guess?
I don't know. It was a one contract or one gig.
It was one gig.
Yeah.
Okay, 7,500.
7,500.
But the reason why I asked if it was 75,000 because I'm thinking of
Where you going next?
Well, no. I know other people who have gotten that.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Atia Johnson got a $75,000 contract,
That's crazy.
and
Yeah,
only gonna
okay.
speak a few times for this one particular school district.
That's crazy.
Dang.
And she don't work for them full time. Like this, a part time thing.
Part-time.
So that's why when
it
I
might
heard
not need
75.
to be. It might not need to be.
Yeah, so shout out to Y Drake. Shout out to Y
Yes,
Drake Nelson,
shout
man. Just a powerful man of God, super humble. And it's crazy. Every single time I call him to pour into him, he pouring back into me. I'd be like, I'm supposed to be encouraging you. He's like, bro, I'm here to encourage you. He a special person, man. So
different, bro.
75,
Wow.
imagine that. $7,500 for an hour worth of work.
That's crazy.
Bro, I
And
would
we changing lives.
It's crazy to think that in 2 years all this has happened, man. I literally remember Dre been on stage at the conference 2 years ago praying for God to remove his cancer.
Right.
And a year later, being completely removed, from
Cancer-free, back on
cancer-free,
stage.
like, all right, y'all, you know how I be getting about the conference. This ain't even about that, but it's coming.
It's coming. No,
June,
that's a good
it's
plug.
here fast.
23rd.
June, listen,
God told me to tell you there's some stuff you don't have because you're still trying to prove to people you are who he said you are.
I am who I am today because I've mastered the art of releasing.
You guys need to be here. I'm telling you, this whole experience has changed my whole entire life and my speaker brand.
I've been doing it for 16 years. Never went to a person and said, and can you lie to me?
Some people will never be able to deal with their dysfunction until they discover their destiny. Love, you can't stop me. I can't stop myself.
I've been doing this for 11 years. I've never seen anybody like Jeremy.
It was life-changing. I mean, I was just in awe.
You gon' block me? Now ask me how I feel, knowing nobody can stop me. Woo! Y'all can't stop me. Ask me how I feel, knowing nobody can stop me. Yeah. Y'all can't stop me. Only person stopping me is me and homie. Y'all can't stop me.
June 23rd through the 25th. Like, do not miss this. I've been telling people the 22nd just because I don't want people to miss a flight and accidentally still miss the
Well,
conference.
we got
Like,
the community day, the 22nd, that
Oh,
Thursday,
yeah?
the big kickball
Okay.
tournament
Oh.
and barbecue.
I knew I was on point. I knew I was on point. Give me a beat, Prince. Knew I was on point. I knew I was on point. The conference. Do
Hey,
you
look.
feel me?
So, but
Yeah.
now look, don't pull into town June 22nd if you're not in the academy, and then you can pull up, right?
Fact.
Like the block party, our kickball tournament, and a community barbecue is that Thursday, June 22nd. The conference is June 23rd,
Right.
24th, 25th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday downtown at the Hyatt Regency, the big boy in Atlanta, Georgia. We got E.T., Inky Johnson, Pastor Keon Henderson, Dr. Darius Daniels. We've got some powerhouses. This conference is, we got Mike, we got Crystal. Stop playing. It's gonna be special, man.
We rolling.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
Are the spouses coming free this year?
Oh, spouses, good. Yep, spouses still come for free, but we can only fit in this ballroom because we got a special VIP area and lounges and other stuff. Right. So we're gonna sell out. We only got 1,000 seats. Oh wow. So we're limited with the spouses. So typically those people that get their tickets right away, but at some point that spouse, you think is gonna run out.
So maybe we should
up.
make some maybe for the first 100. Maybe
I think that's how it is. For the first 100, the first 200, spouses are free.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
but as long
First 100.
The first 100.
The first 100, yeah.
So as long as when you go to the website, if it allows you to select that extra spouse, then it's still good. But if it doesn't give you that option, then that's why. What's the website to go to? And then we'll get into the We'll get into the episode.
Ain't nobody told me. You ain't about to have me sitting here. You ain't gonna have me sitting here looking on this camera not knowing what to say.
Right.
I looked at Jay.
She's probably like Next Level Speaker
Put it up, Prince.
Yeah, there we
Next
go.
Level
It's gonna be at the
Speakers
bottom.
Conference. Oh yeah.
It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
Right,
But it's
those
nextlevelspeakersconference.com though. Like, don't ever get a twist and think I don't know. the whole thing is that I want y'all to know if y'all know. But of course we know.
nextlevelspeakersconference.com.
For sure.
It's gonna be special. Anyway, we can move on. So shout out to Wadre Nelson.
We love you.
For our listeners, man, thank y'all for being patient with us. We just like to celebrate our people.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a season of celebration.
So let's go back to this weekend. What did we do? What did we do this weekend, Mike?
Last weekend was I lost my adjective.
You was about to say bonkers or amazing?
I wanted to say last week was bonkers, but I said last week was A. And then I was like, now what do I do with this word?
Amazing.
It was amazing. There you go. It was amazing. That's
y'all gonna get cheese on this episode too. For sure, cheese.
What's that?
Corn.
The cheddar.
Wait. All right. See, I be trying to focus, and then y'all say some stuff to throw me off. Y'all gonna get cheese? So like, y'all mean I'm corny?
The cheesy.
Y'all see what I mean?
Cheesy.
Y'all see what I mean?
Corn. Like, okay.
See, she be playing me on the mics too, and the people be hearing it. I don't know till I watch the episode back.
They do. I be doing the ad libs, but y'all don't hear them, so the people get to really see it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was my 20-year reunion.
Ooh, alumni homecoming weekend for Oakwood.
For Oakwood.
Shout out to my HBCOU. You feel me? Shout out to y'all, man. Bro, 20 years ago.
Man, I still wore my class shirt. I didn't even think about that.
Bro,
Go change. Real
I
quick.
thought you were. I don't know if you had on your shirt or not, but go dude.
Oh.
Go dude.
So,
And so you received a couple different awards, right? Yep. Okay, so you received, I know you received the first one for, what was it?
Alumnus of the Decade.
Of the decade.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now math was my favorite subject until college. But I remember decade was like 10.
Yes.
So that's like 10 años.
Yeah, so the class of 1982.
Jesus Christ, Jeremy. Where are you from? I'm like,
no, I'm not saying my class. Just listen, dog. Come on, man. Come on. Somebody give him his medicine. Now we're about to get serious.
How old are you?
Look, the class of 1982, the 40-year class, was responsible for creating like a coffee table book. Like, see that thick book there?
Yeah.
With the high quality paper, the hardback board. And so they're featuring, for 40 years, they're featuring one person in that book from each class leading up. Wow. And so there was a committee of people from each class, and they're responsible to put together a group of names, and then it goes out to everyone. It was about 500 people in our graduating class, and then they voted, and I got overwhelmingly the majority of the votes as alumnus of the decade. Wow. That thing crazy, man. I got a class full of people that was CEOs of hospitals, surgeons, like, you know what I'm saying, pilots, like, you know what I'm saying, award-winning opera singers. Like, it's some phenomenal people. But yeah, they chose the board, man.
And one of the things I heard when they were talking, they kept saying, like, you've transformed so much in the last decade. Like, you've become this person that's now changing other people's lives. And they were like, if you're not like Jeremy, you need to get like Jeremy. Like, if you want to win this in the next 10 years, you better get it together. And so the transformation part was very important because you're always talking about transforming lives and being a better person. So it's like they see that, like, you've changed so much from what they were talking about.
Yeah, and it's crazy too. Shout out to Maisha, man. She crazy.
She was funny.
Yeah, Maisha off the chain. But you know, some of my friends came up and they kind of said some jokes because you know how it is. You in college, we was raw. We didn't know what we was doing. We was off the chain. Right. But they all said that they saw, glimpses of this inside me. Wow. We was all trying to find ourselves. And so, for me to be acknowledged, because I've got so many amazing people. Like I got friends of mine that got their own law firms. Like shout out to Alan Bozeman, that's my attorney, well, one of my attorneys. And just people doing exciting work. And so what I told them when I got the award, I was like, look, this isn't for me, this is for all of us. And I really felt like, they inspire me. Like I tell people, they say, who motivates the motivator? I'm like, yo, people out here that's getting busy. That's right. Like I see what others doing. So I see my classmates from 10, 15, 20 years ago doing great things. Right. It makes me want to level up as well. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when I took the award, I just told them like, this was for all of us. I was the one that just happened to be chosen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But our class is full of winners and people who are really getting busy. Yeah. And so all the dodo mistakes I made, all the issues I had, all the challenges I fought through, to be at this place here and then to be acknowledged for it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think that goes into my next question because, bro, your testimony comes a big part around struggling with school.
Yeah.
So to be honored by your institution as Alumnus of the Decade, it like goes back to show what God is capable of.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
It's one thing for our next levelers to see Jay. But it's another thing for people to see Jay who knew him before he was Jeremy Anderson. Right. You know what I'm saying? How does that feel to look amongst your peers and to see them recognize you, knowing that they knew the former you as well as the person that God is still molding you to be?
Hopefully people will look at me, and I believe the majority of them do, and will have joy and will be excited because they know what's possible.
Absolutely.
There are those that, that might, people not always going to be happy with your success. And that's okay. Yeah. It's not our responsibility to worry about how they feeling. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just feel that need, that desire, that burden to be amazing and phenomenal and put that work in. So when I come across my peers who I have a lot of respect for, say, yo, bruh, I'm proud of you. I see you. I'm like, look, I'm proud of you too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you too. Like, y'all inspire me as well. So I don't do what I do to get acknowledged. Yeah. I just got my head down, putting in work. Yeah. And then you look up and they're like, nah, out of our whole graduating class from 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? We chose you. And I was just like, that's crazy. And then Jackson came up there with me too doing the award.
Yes.
Bro, what my nephew?
Between his legs.
No, he didn't.
Bro.
Digging in his nose.
No, he didn't.
Bro, listen, I'm sitting there. Prince, I'm going to share with you the B-roll. I'm sitting there receiving my award, talking to the people. Jackson walks up, creeps between my legs, and just hanging out between my legs, just picking in his nose. I'm just thinking like, yo. my whole acceptance speech.
I'm about to get Jackson one of them. I'm about to get Jackson one of them backpacks with the leash.
He gonna be like, Daddy, Papa, you've extended your range, my nephew.
My God,
that's great. I love my boy, man.
No. It was funny. It was cute.
It was cute. And I had the video. He was smiling in the camera like.
That's cool,
but,
man. That's amazing.
But compared to your everyday life now, how is it like just being back there amongst your peers? Like.
So being there, being back amongst my peers, I was about to be overly critical of my school. That's why I paused.
Thank you for stopping. My God.
Because, man, I'm really be trying to live that always grateful, never settle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, you would hope that organizations, institutions, events, people is always looking to grow and elevate, and so that is something I'm really passionate about. But to be there with my peers, to answer your question, it was cool. It was good to see them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because though we graduated 20 years ago, we really met each other 24 years ago.
That's what it is. Yeah.
As freshmen,
and
right?
that's what stands out to me.
Over half your
is
life.
that freshman year.
Yeah, oh for sure. I mean, we were still in security cars on campus. Like we was doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Like we was off the chain.
Hey, somebody give me the camera real quick. What's the time limit of years where you can tell on yourself? Because what we knock on statute of limitations, because what he's doing is talking in case of something like this ever happened. Like he heard of events like this happening.
Yeah,
so
but we good.
It was crazy. Yeah.
No, I drove through the campus like our freshman year. Like that's why people say Jeremy came a long way. We had started this one. I'm only sharing this to let y'all know that God restores, okay? And we started this riot, man. We started this crazy dumpster fire. It was like anarchy our freshman year. Like we was off of the charts, man. And we was just trying to figure things out, you know what I'm saying? And so, but we've all come a long way. So to see these same people out here I was doing crazy stuff with, now attorneys with wives and kids and surgeons and music producers and principals, and to see everybody now, it's humbling. And then you see people you ain't seen in 20 years.
Yeah.
And they say, man, I see all your videos. They say, man, I watch all your stuff. Shout out to my guy, Mike, from New York. Mike is like, bro, I'm a principal. I show all your videos to my students. I'm like, that's my guy. They like, no way. I'm like, yes way, that's my guy. I'm thinking like, that's crazy.
That's tough.
So yeah, that was the first award. It was the Alumnus of the Year, of the Decade award, which was really awesome.
You had another award too.
Oh, we got out that night.
We got out.
Yes.
Hey, Prince, show some pictures. Show some pictures of Mikey and Crystal, boy. We got clean that night.
You and Trace, I was like,
Mike was fresh.
y'all.
Crystal was gorgeous. I put that thing on. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, don't forget Tracy. Tracy was looking like something too.
Oh,
My sis was out there stunning.
Tracy was
She killed. I mean, no, for real. You should have seen her. Yeah. Anyway,
Tracy's skin alone.
Tracy's skin just
like
be like
Tracy's skin alone deserves a feature. Like Tracy don't come out often, but when she do, you be like, she got that.
Come on.
Yeah, I was wondering. That was good. That was a good sister compliment.
You like that?
Though. Praise God.
For sure.
So
Hopefully
so that night,
he can get my voice together in the edits. Stefan said we can't fix that. All right, cool. All right.
Well, no auto-tune here.
All right. What'd you say, bro?
Finish?
He gonna finish.
What'd you need from me, Jeremy?
Silence.
Soiree noir.
That man said silence.
You know. So look. That Saturday night, we went to the
Soiree.
The soiree.
How you spell
Not
that,
a party.
Jeremy?
SOIREE.
Yes.
Oh, he's more intelligent than me. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I tried to set my brother up, and he did something I've been trying to do all weekend, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
He was like, how you say this? I said soiree. He was like, soiree.
Yeah. No, it was amazing. It was at the 106 Jefferson, which is the newest modern hotel in Huntsville on the rooftop. Man, it was black excellence, nice. Man. It was beautiful, man. Music, food, drinks. We got a chance to get dressed up, hit the red carpet, and then and shout out to my man Endell Brown, who is an attorney. He owns his own law firm. Super successful. My man be on TV and everything. So this was the 4th annual Soiree Huntsville. And every year they acknowledge, significant people within our community, who are doing big things. And man, I was the recipient of the Vanguard Award for my work in public speaking and community service. And so,
bro, the thing was though, your speech though, I know that night was a celebration, but how you inspire people in every moment, bro?
Bro,
you went, bro. Okay.
I don't think you can turn it off.
Bro.
Once you get the mic, you tap into something else.
Bro, the MC was introducing you. He's doing his best. So God bless him. Like he was really going for it. And when Jeremy took the stage, I was just like, okay, so this mic really works for real. Like this mic does work. Because before he handed it to you, I didn't know what all it was capable of. But when Jeremy got that mic and he started talking to them people, I was just like, oh yeah, there's power. It's the man, it's not the mic. All right, cool.
Yeah,
but bro, you spoke life to us, man.
Yeah, but what I really felt that I was supposed to share in that moment, and I'll try to give the speech verbatim. I just really was speaking on top of my head, right? Really from my heart.
Right.
So I was just like, I honor Andale because he's the one that started this thing, right? So you got to pay homage and recognition to him. And then, you know, I was just like, yo, this award ain't just for me. Yeah. You know, again, you all that's in this room, we are the, you know, we the elite. Like we making moves. We out here killing it. Right. So y'all inspire me too. Right. And then I just challenge them, just because you in this room, don't let that let you get comfortable. And I was just like, you know, we put 40 kids last year in college in South Africa. I was just like, but Bill and Melinda Gates put thousands of kids through college. Yeah. So what we talking about? Right. And the audience was like, oh, snap. I said, yeah, we feed 1,000 kids every week in South Africa, 1,000 kids and their families. But Tony Robbins feeds over 1 million people every year. Right. So what we saying? So if I feed 1,000 people, that's okay, 50,000 people, but Tony Robbins feeding 1 million people. So it's levels to it. And so I was just telling them, like, you know, always grateful, but never settle. You know what I'm saying? Right. But always ask yourself every single day, is there more I can do? Is there more I can achieve? Is there more I can accomplish? And that's how we make the world a better place.
And then they were like, never let Jeremy go first or second, because nobody's listening to anything that comes after this. But no, for real, that's real.
Yeah, it was good though. And then, you know, after we got the awards, the DJ cut some music on. You know what I'm saying? Our folks got to dance and celebrate and have a good time. And so, man, it was a vibe, man. And so, you know, appreciate the shout out, you know what I'm saying, the recognition for that. And I'll just wrap it up and say this to everybody listening. You know, like when I first came into school, y'all know I always say your condition is not your conclusion. And when I first came into school, I didn't even really know what I was studying. I started off as a communications major, then switched over to social work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, wilding, you know what I'm saying, drinking, not living a life of purpose, like trying to find myself. Like I really struggled a lot in college. By the grace of God, I got out, graduated, moved on, went through more struggles. Then I went through a reset, you know what I'm saying? Then I transformed my life. I gave my life to Christ. That was like after I was in college, right? And so my significance isn't just Jeremy went to college and graduated, because Jeremy still had major challenges after that. What made my thing so significant is Jeremy surrendered to the will of God. And he began to grow and he began to evolve, and he made a complete 180 from where he was going to go to new heights. And so now when my peers see me now, they don't just have the respect because they like, man, we see you generating wealth. We see you making impact. They like, bro, we know from what you came from. Like, we know what we did our freshman, sophomore year. Like, we know the wild, reckless stuff. Like, we know what we was on just being young and dumb. And to see where you are now operating at this level, you know what I'm saying? They like, it's hella inspiring. I'm like, you know, y'all inspire me. So I share that with you all listening. Like, where you are right now was just temporary. You know what I'm saying? That season of my life, some people probably would have looked at me my freshman and sophomore year and wanted to put a period, but life put a comma there. That was like one chapter of my life. And this is a chapter of my life. And so I'm telling people, people is like, bro, you killing. I'm like, man, miss me with that. I ain't killing. I'm just getting started. Y'all don't even know what the 2024 version of Jeremy look like, the 2030 version of Jeremy look like, right? It's always another level to it. So I'm excited to see what God is going to do, you know, and not just in my life, but in your life. And so I really believe you really own that always grateful, never settle. If you really own that mindset, that's okay, this is great. Okay, this was awesome. Okay, I'm proud of what I did here, but I'm not going to stay here. Is there more I can do? Is there more I can achieve? Is there more I can accomplish? And when you have that mindset, you're going to naturally take your life to the next level. And that's what I've been trying to do. Yeah. That's what my classmates recognize. This ain't something where it's like one person was like, let me just put my boy on. Like, this is a panel of people, you know what I'm saying? And I was chosen. And so it just goes to show, you know what I'm saying, the power of what God can do in anybody's life. Some of y'all listening to me like my biological father, I'm 42 years old. He's still not in my life. I don't know where my biological father is. They don't want nothing to do with me, right? Years of drug and alcohol abuse, repeated failure in school. I went to 3 different schools for the 9th grade, in case you didn't know. Yeah. So the fact that I graduated from college is absolutely epic, right? Because that mindset I've been trying to instill in y'all every single week during the podcast, not only did I graduate from college, but out of a class of 500 people, they voted me like most successful alumnus of the year. But guess what? In a decade, thank you. But guess what? In the morning, I wake up, I got morning breath just like you. I got insecurities just like you. I got thoughts, feelings, emotions just like you, right? But when we wake up every single day and we say, okay, God, what's your plan for my life? And we execute it to the highest, that's what next level living is all about.
Come on.
That's it.
Yep. See y'all next week.